right here. So if you have this unit in your RV, you should be doing your maintenance at least once a year on these. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to change the fuel filter over here. So you can see I've got my hemostats there. I've clamped off the gas lines. I'm going to take off the fuel filter. One thing you must note that most people online forget to tell you is you need to prime that. So you need to get diesel. You need to have a can of diesel, and you're going to have to put that in your new filter. Otherwise, it's not going to run. I learned that the hard way. So make sure you get diesel. Let's go ahead and change that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is take off the fuel filter right here. We have a hemostat here, hemostat here. It's going to help keep the fuel from leaking all over the place. I'm also going to put it into a bag so we don't make a mess. Otherwise, fuel will go over the place. So I learned this from a guy online. So get under here and just take this off and hold this on while you do it. Make sure you get this bag on here. Otherwise, it's going to make a mess. And like I said, make sure you have new fuel for the new filter. I've done that before. And it sucks if you don't have fuel because this is not self-priming. Alright, so there it is. You can see the fuel filter is off. It's in the bag and it's dripping a little bit. Go ahead and put a rag over there so it doesn't make a big mess. And that's it. We got that off, wipe that down. Take it out. Put this down here somewhere. Get rid of it in a little bit. Now there's a ring on there also that we have to get off. This little ring right here comes off. So you want to take this guy off too. Right here. Make sure you get this ring off. There's a new one with a new filter, so that comes off. Put that in the bag. Okay. Got my new ring, so put your new ring on here. This goes right up here. Squish this here up and then run this up here like this. Good. So that's on there. Now I'm going to put the new filter on. I'm going to put a little bit of the diesel fuel on this ring, and then I'm going to tighten it up. Stick it right in there. So that's what I'll do next. Okay, so we got the new one in. Took off the hemostats. Let's go fire it up and make sure it runs. Alright, we fired it up. It is running. Let's go. We're just going to let it cycle here before we turn it back off. Alright, the next thing we're going to do is take off this bolt here. And there's two up here, this one and this one, and that will open access to the burner chamber and everything else we need to clean out. So far our filter looks good, everything's running good. Let's take this cover off. You need an 11 millimeter to get that done. Okay, now we got our cover off. So we're going to take this control unit off. It just sits right on top of here, slides right out. We're going to take these pins off, and we'll take this housing piece out. So make sure you mark your pins with something. Orange goes to orange, etc., etc. I put tape on there. Also, we're going to take our fuel lines off, so I marked those too. You can see a red and a white and a white. So we're going to take all that off. Okay, so I just disconnected the fuel lines here. You're going to need to do that. And then as you can see, there's 2 bolts in here that you're going to have to disconnect to take this out. So there's one right there, and there's one down here. You're going to need a socket, 10mm, with an extension, and that's how you take this housing off. So take off the fuel lines, make sure you crimp them in with your hemostats, have a rag, and then take off your housing. I'm going to do that next. Looks like once you get it out. So you take it out from down there, make sure you mark your control board where the blue one came out at. And then we're going to take that out and clean it out. So far so what your unit looks like once you get it out. So we're going to clean this top piece. I'm going to change this nozzle right here. This is the nozzle. This is where all the spray comes out at. You use this little piece here to do it. We'll clean this up really well and clean everything else up really good. Okay, you can see I got this pretty well cleaned up. I cleaned these tips off quite a bit. They were dirty. You see now they're pretty clean. Now we're going to work on getting this this nozzle replaced. You do your nozzle, make sure you have the right one. Here's what mine is. It's 0.35 60S. Here's what it looks like. So make sure you have the right one. It goes right here. Just take that off and replace it. So we know it's the right one. Always check these. I hear tons of counterfeit online, so make sure you check this before you put it in. Okay, so I have this piece out. You can see I've got this pretty well cleaned. So this is the inside chamber. So I noticed last time when I did this it was pretty bad, so I ordered a new part. So there's the part number right there for anybody that needs it. You need to order one of these from Aqua Hot. They are pretty expensive, about 200 bucks. So you can see the difference in an old one and a new one. This is where the flame goes. So I've tried to clean that before. It just didn't come clean. So I went ahead and ordered a new one. You can see here's what the new one looks like. Pretty clean. It's pretty good. So I'm going to be happy with this. No problem. Okay, you can see my new parts are clean. Get some brake cleaner. That's how I clean these out. So this one looks good. This was the old one. I just replaced it. It's about a $200 part. This is the burner chamber. Now we're going to change the nozzle and then put it back together. Okay, so I just replaced the nozzle. Also make sure you get these little contacts in shape too, because those are going to need to be in line. So when it fires up, you want that to be correct. So you can see the nozzle is clean. This looks good and clean. Now we put it all back together. Okay, so we're going to put this piece now back in the burner chamber the way it came out. So it goes in just like this. If I can get the camera here or not, I will try. Put this right here. So this piece goes back in here. Just like we took it out. Put that piece back in there. That looks good. Put that piece back in there. Looking good. Let's go get the assembly piece. Okay, so I put it back into this piece now. All you do is screw that screw in there. And then there's one down here behind this control board. You put these wires back in this control board here. It slides it in and out. Make sure you reconnect your fuel lines and make sure there's no leak. So we're going to go ahead and put the cover back on it now. So we finished the fuel filter and cleaned out the whole chamber. We changed the fuel nozzle, reconnected everything. Let's fire it up and see how it's working. All right, we just put the cover on and just turned it back on. It's currently running. Let's get it heating up and then we'll check for leaks. So far, so good. Alright, so it is running. I'm going to let it run here for a day or so. Make sure we keep testing it. Check your control board, make sure everything is green up there. Make sure to check your Aqua Hot fluid. And that's it. That's how you do a yearly Aqua Hot maintenance.